Hello there YouTube, it's your boy B3 back with another kicking action figure review. Today we are looking at another figure from Playskool's Definitely Dinosaurs line. It is Struthiomimus. Pretty cool. I had this figure as a kid. Loved it. It's really the only Struthiomimus I've ever had. This is one I bought on eBay from an eBayer that I frequent for my vintage and retired dinosaur toys, and even some newer stuff sometimes. Unfortunately, in the big box of figures I bought, most of the figures were coated in dust, and this one seems to have gotten slime or something on it at some point. It's hard to see because I already scrubbed a lot of it off, but it had like dried slime caked on it, and I was like, hey bud, your prices are incredible, you have the coolest stuff, maybe don't get slime caked figures. Maybe disclose that if you can't get the slime off. But you could have certainly gotten the dust off, you know, just a little Clorox wipe or something. It's not hard. But yeah, this is from 1987, which you can see on the slime covered copy right there. Pretty cool. This line was like an 80s line, but kind of went a little into the 90s, which is why I had some. And they came with like a caveman and also an educational like book for each dinosaur, and I didn't have that. I think one, because I mostly had the Wendy's versions. There were some you could get in the kids' meals at Wendy's, and I had many of the Wendy's ones because my grandpa collected like fast food premium toys, and the extras he would give to my brother and I, obviously. And I would get the dinosaurs because my brother wasn't into dinosaurs because he was a loser. But this guy was not one of the Wendy's ones, and I still don't remember having the book and stuff. Maybe I got him secondhand? I feel like I probably did. That's very possible. Because once again, this is more of an 80s toy. And I normally don't review things unless I have all their accessories and stuff. But this is a dinosaur toy line that's not really talked about on YouTube, but I adore it. Like, this is a very precious childhood memory here. Just this one figure from the line. I really like it. And I definitely had to get it back in my collection, even if it is covered in slime. I appreciate the colors. I really like the blue. You see so much green and brown, you know. It's nice to just see a big old blue boy. Nice beak and big old eyes. Plus, this is a dinosaur that you don't see a lot of figures of. To my knowledge, it's a very vintage look for him, you know. He stands pretty well with his tail on the ground. I can't really get a lot out of him with his tail up. Articulation wise, you got a rotation there. You got a good bit of forward and back on the legs, much more than the Deinonychus we reviewed. Actually, you can get it to go 360 if you'd like. The arms, I do have the same problem with them as the Deinonychus we reviewed. You move one arm, the other arm moves with it. I remember that bothering me as a kid and being like, oh gee, I wish I could really get both these arms different. But as an adult, that still bothers me, probably even more than it did as a kid. Of course, more than it did as a kid. Also, they all have this on them. That makes them very easy to recognize, this big stamp. So yeah, it's a cool figure. And now that I've shown everything I can, how about we do some size comparisons, huh? How about we start off with the Jurassic franchise this time? Ooh, no, we'll do it completely backwards. We'll start with a kaiju, do Jurassic franchise, and then General Dinosaur. Fully the opposite of how we normally do it. So here is the NECA 2019 Godzilla. So many kaiju are inspired by dinos. Feels like you have to do it. You know, they're buddies. They kiss. They're pals. They're friends. And then you have the Mattel Hammond Collection Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Concavinator. Very cool. Move you up out of the way. Then you have the Safari Limited Great Dinos Therizinosaurus. Awesome. And we can, of course, move on to another Safari Limited figure with the 2005 Struthiomimus, not the current one. Awesome. Then we have the Wow Toys Museum Quality Great Dinos Parasaurolophus. Both cool vintage looking dinos. Then we of course have the HappyNet Allosaurus. pull you back. We have the Papo juvenile Spinosaurus. Very cool, very cool. Move you out of here. Onto the Schleich Giganotosaurus. Another Schleich with the Eldrador Creatures Shadow Raptor. Then we have the Creature Preacher Prototype Mountain version Crystal Palace Megalosaurus. And last but of course not least, the Playskool Definitely Dinosaurs Deinonychus. So yeah, that's it for size comparisons. So all in all, what are my final thoughts on the Playskool Definitely Dinosaurs Struthiomimus? Is that I'm saying that right, aren't I? I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. Struthiomimus, yeah. Okay. I really liked this figure as a small child. And I really like this figure as an adult. As an adult that enjoys collecting vintage dinos, it's really cool. Struthiomimus is not something that I've had in my collection other than this figure ever, to my knowledge. It's very interesting looking. And these toys, let me tell you, they were made for hard play. Like, I think one of the reasons that this toy line is still so affordable to this day is because they just hold up so well. They are incredibly durable and can handle some rough play from little kids, which is what they're designed for. And they excel in that regard. So, that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.